Black Review is one of the many ways that we have been coming together to make sense of this political moment and of this crucial time in our country. Right here in this space, we've been taking just 15 minutes a day, just a little bit of time to gather our thoughts, get clear about our political realities, ground ourselves in a little bit of history, find some joy, and get involved as we build power. If you've been tuning in, thank you for sticking with us. It has been such an honor to be part of this space with you, because creating spaces to convene, to learn, to debate, to build is what I consider to be my life's calling and my life's work. As a parent, I work to make spaces for everyone in our family so that everyone can speak, everyone can listen. That might be harder in my household. And everyone can be part of the choices and part of the fun that we have. I want my daughters, who are 18 and 16, to know that their voices matter. I start by making sure those voices matter right in our own household, that they have the right to challenge authority, yes, even mine and their dads, and that even when the world may try to silence them as little Black girls, they will always be valued and cherished in our home. And my husband and I will always have their backs whenever they need us. Now, as a professor, I also try to make these kinds of spaces in my classroom, whether that classroom is a physical classroom on campus or whether it is these days via Zoom. I want my classroom to be a place where students can be vulnerable. Too often, students come and feel like they have to have all the right answers, but I want them to know it is perfectly fine to have the wrong answers or none of the information yet. It's the whole point of taking a class. I also want them to know that even though I am the teacher, I am always learning right along with them, and I'm always learning from them. So I strive to create classrooms that are nurturing and challenging, that call my students to be their best, most engaged, and most creative selves. And then there is that third part, that extraordinary privilege of what I get to do as a media professional. It means, in addition to my household and my classrooms, I've had this opportunity to be part of building spaces beyond in this greater and bigger world. And during these 7 days, I've been so honored by the absolutely amazing way that the Color of Change team has welcomed me, created this platform, and convened all of y'all. Why are we here? To seek and to speak the truth, to come together, to debate and to discuss, to build one another up, even as we are building power to make change, and to remember our history as we create our future. And we're doing all this in just 15 minutes every night. Just think of all we've covered. Courageous Black voters making historic turnout and change in this unprecedented election. We've talked about protecting democracy by ensuring that we count every vote and that we protect all those protesters who are using their constitutional right and exercising it to make our grievances known and to make our will clear. We talked about the deadly coronavirus sweeping through Black communities and leaving so much devastation in its wake. We've talked about the stories that harm Black communities and the powerful, honest narratives that Black people can use to resist and reframe and build power. We've talked about building an agenda centered on meaningful criminal justice reform. And we've talked about holding tech companies accountable for rampant election disinformation. And we did all that on a tech space. And oh yeah, we celebrated. We enjoyed the moment of the historic achievement and accomplishment of Vice President-elect Kamala Harris.